What this signals is Johnny Somali and his Discord are desperate. They are flailing and they are trying to get anything to give any wins they can get before August 13th. And all of Somali and his fanboys, all of his supporters are trying to do their best to target.
Free Somali. I'll be free. You notice that all the crimes they're charging me for is from September to October. It's nothing from past.
Johnny Somali's situation is spiraling further out of control as his court date draws near, and now police are summoning him for questioning. With his trial only weeks away, his fan base is growing increasingly frantic. What might they do next? And how far will they go? But here's the twist. This isn't just a one-off trial. According to sources, another trial is expected to follow soon after.
This trial is not just going to end in August. The August hearing is just one piece of witness testimony. This thing is going to go for quite a long time.
This means South Korean authorities have uncovered additional charges that could devastate Johnny Somali even more. While many of his supporters want him deported, that option isn't currently on the table. So, why isn't deportation happening yet? And how could Johnny still end up facing serious penalties? Let's dive into all of that today. Johnny Somali's court date is now set for August 13th, and reports say he has already admitted guilt in 2 more charges, bringing the total to 5 charges. Back on May 16, 2025, during his previous hearing, those charges carried a combined sentence of up to 35 years in prison. But what's even more alarming is why Johnny Somali seems panicked and is scrambling to silence everything. Authorities in South Korea have now received a petition demanding the maximum penalty be imposed on him. For anyone unfamiliar, a petition is a formal request filed with the court, and this one is pushing for the harshest possible sentence. If the judge rules against him now, Johnny could be looking at the most extreme outcome. Legal analysts also suggest that victim impact statements could influence the judge to hand down an even tougher sentence.
And understand, these people are attacking someone not for just reasons or not for any other thing because they violate the TOS. They are indeed violating the terms of service by submitting false reports. And they're willing to use all methods to submit false reports to try to get people taken down and try to get people taken out. They are scared of these charges coming against him, and they understand that more press, more coverage, like my channel and like Johnny Somali on X and all the other people covering it, actually does lead to these charges being taken very seriously because people are aware of the social media presence. And the South Korean media will indeed pick up our coverage, translate it, and put it out there. And because of that, they know that more can be stacked against him, and they are afraid for their dear leader, who is now deeply in hiding as he is finally realizing that there are consequences to his action. He's getting to the FO part of FAFO.
That's why Johnny Somali is clearly nervous. Legal Mindset recently dropped major details on why Johnny and his crew are desperately trying to suppress coverage. Inside their private Discord server, they're allegedly plotting ways to attack other social media accounts. And it's starting to backfire. Word of these schemes is reaching both South Korean officials and the general public. That's adding even more pressure to Johnny and his inner circle.
I'm a VIP in this country. I'm a United States citizen. I'm a VIP. They cannot allow an American citizen to die in South Korea. Do you understand what Trump would do? Do you understand what Donald Trump would do? I am a freedom of speech. I am a freedom of expression. And Trump will save me from this. I'm Johnny JFK. Johnny Jewish, Johnny JFK. How can they get it one more time?
Legal Mindset is absolutely right. Once these developments spread online and people realize the scale of the charges, any attempt to interfere with the case will only raise suspicion. Johnny Somali's group doesn't want this information going public, and anyone sharing it becomes a target. But let's not forget, does Johnny Somali even care? He's previously claimed he's not concerned about the South Korean legal system, even going as far as to say Donald Trump wouldn't let anything happen to him. He believes that if South Korea acts, the former US president would somehow hold them accountable.
Free Somali. I'll be free. You notice that all the crimes they're charging me for is from September to October. It's nothing from past that. People can wish on my downfall. People can wish me to go to jail. People can wish for my death. I don't wish that for anybody else. I wouldn't wish my worst enemy to go to jail. I'll be free.
That's the kind of attitude Johnny Somali has: reckless, dismissive, and in complete denial. He still believes nothing serious will happen. In his own words, since 2024, charges have kept piling up, but he's yet to face any major consequences. He honestly thinks he's untouchable. He even mocks the idea of punishment, saying he doesn't want his enemies to go to jail because jail is bad. Take a listen to what he said himself.
And that is something that scares Johnny Somali. It scares him because every time there's a trial, every new month, this comes up again in the news cycle, and it gets worse and worse and worse for him as the facts pile on and as the charges pile on, because almost every single month. But here we go. Of course, the Discord says they're BS charges. Just deport the man and move on. Of course, they wish they would do that. That's what they want from every country. They just want them to be deported because that's not a real consequence. That's literally letting him get away with all of his criminal activity.
These comments show just how disconnected Johnny Somali is from reality. He will face legal action, and escaping South Korea won't be that easy. People like him, who want criminals to walk free, only expose their own intentions. Johnny Somali once sarcastically asked if his enemies deserved jail time, but do you think he deserves to be let off the hook? Let us know your thoughts. But as mentioned earlier, his legal outlook is bleak. Legal Mindset broke down the current situation again, revealing that Johnny is terrified. Every development is turning against him. With petitions piling up, this time the judge is likely to push for the longest sentence allowed by law. Johnny Somali and his Discord gang are panicking. They don't want any more charges added in the next trial. Their only goal now? Deportation. You'll hear more about that in Legal Mindset's update.
What this signals is Johnny Somali and his Discord are desperate. They are flailing and they are trying to get anything to give any wins they can get before August 13th. And all of Somali and his fanboys, all of his supporters, are trying to do their best to target verifiable and legitimate sources of information like myself, like Somali, that have been accurate and objective throughout this coverage of Johnny Somali specifically. They're trying to come after sources of information because they want it to be quiet. They want nobody to know what's going on in Seoul, South Korea.
As Legal Mindset explained, Johnny's crew wants the case to end with deportation. No additional charges, no further legal drama. But here's the question. Why are these people, from different countries, still standing behind Johnny Somali? Is he blackmailing them? Holding something over them? Because there's no logical reason they should be defending him with no benefit in return. Now, they're even threatening to go after others online in order to protect him. These are clearly delusional strategies, and they're not going to work. If the authorities find out who these supporters are, they too could face criminal charges. Why? Because they're making the entire case more complicated. Their actions could confuse law enforcement and delay justice. Legal Mindset confirms that Johnny's Discord server is in full panic mode. With August 13th approaching fast, they're trying to execute last-minute plans, wipe out evidence, manipulate the case, and do whatever it takes before the court date arrives. And as Legal Mindset stated, it's all real. I fully agree. Johnny Somali's actions are catching up to him. Every time he shows up in court, his list of charges gets longer. And the next hearing may only add more. It's obvious Johnny knows this. He keeps cooking up plans to target others, even resorting to physical threats. He's running out of time and running out of options. And if he does anything reckless, like attempting to flee South Korea, the country may never get another shot at holding him accountable. That's why his case is serious. He's got people willing to do anything to shield him. And if he disappears, the legal system will struggle to bring him back. So what's your take? Let us know in the comments.